could get that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, welcome to the Slightly Diverse podcast.
Oh, were you fucking recording, you dickhead?
Nah, I just started. But yeah, it's me, Milk, and I got a little old
We're
beautiful
not even in the
Argus.
studio yet.
Oh god. Yeah, well I just started recording in the hallway
Yeah,
here.
you just start recording in the hallway. We totally don't record this on
Yeah,
the
let's
phone or
let's get
anything.
inside.
Speaking of that, yeah, let me go open the door for him real quick.
But here we are. Isn't it crazy that I don't have anything open?
And now the and now we're sealed in here. If you could hear the door shutting, we're now sealed in here.
Yeah.
Just me and him and our pheromone.
Our pheromones. It's disgusting. You ever heard like a girl like talk about her scent, right?
Her scent,
She's like,
gross.
you guys, you like my scent? I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about, bitch?
No, I don't.
That makes me sick. I don't like hearing that ever. My scent? You mean your stink? Yeah.
Your state?
You mean your fucking your
Uh,
stink way? Yeah, I smell that
I
shit.
I don't I don't know. It's like some people are into that, like their partner smells, but
Yeah.
like that's fine, right? We as people are smell plays a big role in us. But like if a girl asks her like, "Do you like my scent?" I'm like, "What the hell do you
You
mean?"
ever knew somebody that smelled really bad?
You know what? For all you know, dude, you could be saying like, "Oh, it's gross when a woman asks me if I like her scent," but she's actually asking if you like the scent of her perfume, and you just completely misunderstood what she's
No,
been
no,
asking
no.
all these years.
She talks about like her scent, like her smell, like her natural odor.
Mm.
And it's like I don't know. I mean, that's real, I guess. A friend of mine told me that when people get pregnant, like that
Hmm.
they'll smell like their husband or their boyfriend differently. That they'll smell
I
differently.
I don't know if I've.
But I'm like, that's just a little parasite inside you. It's changing your
I mean,
body.
I would say maybe it's like the. I know dogs can notice the difference,
You're just a dog. You're just a bitch.
but I don't
You're a
know about
bred bitch, is what you say to her.
I know dogs can smell the difference, but I don't know about
No, yeah,
that's
humans can. You ever smelled some?
okay.
You ever had like a smelly friend,
Uh, Plenty of
or
times. I had to
Are
say in
you the
class,
smelly friend?
I'm not the smelly friend anymore. I did have the no, um I had
You
the
had poop in your
displeasure.
ass.
This guy, by the way, I will preface this fella and great dude. He just smelled.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
he It was in my German class in freshman year, and my German teacher, for whatever reason, kept sitting me. It's like we'd shift the room around every couple
Mm-hmm.
like weeks, because she was trying to find the best layout for her and so forth. And she's like, for like for the second half of that semester, or the second half of the school year, she had me sit next to this particular fella, and he just
Yeah,
didn't smell. He just didn't smell good. Like he either is like what most people is like, just didn't smell like anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He either had that like it wasn't even he had a smell to him that was pleasant to be around, or he just didn't smell like anything. He just smelled bad.
Yeah, he smelled like he had poop in his ass. And the
I
teacher was
don't
like,
know.
"Well, you got poop in your ass, Argus. So go sit next to that guy. You guys will
uh
get along fine."
I don't really know if it was like, I don't really know if it was just a smell that my nose didn't like. It was just a smell that I did not like. I
It
was
was this
like,
big
ugh.
creamy fart so
It kind
nasty.
of, I don't. It didn't smell like shit. It smelled zesty. It smelled zesty.
Oh, was he
That's the
Indian?
best
Was
way
he
I
an
could.
Indian guy?
No, he wasn't white guy. Um,
You ever smelled an Indian dude? Like an
I
Indian dude from India? Because
no, I
they don't
haven't.
really use deodorant over there. It's kind of weird for them.
Deodorant's it's more of a us thing.
Yeah, But let me tell you something. It makes a big difference.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell
Yeah,
you,
no, it
stupid
definitely does.
hippie women who think
I
you
don't
can
know
rub
that.
a crystal on your armpits and it smells good. You're wrong. You smell like an Indian
Just
fella.
put just put deodorant on, ladies.
No, yeah, what the
Like
fuck?
we appreciate it. We like that.
People need it. If you, especially if
And
you're
again,
sweating, if you sweat at all, you're gonna smell.
it's it's just like over the like I think it's mostly like a cultural thing, right? Here in the United States, we want people to smell nice. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have heard that in a lot of other places, using like fragrances, using like maybe not deodorant, but using fragrant like the kinds of scented things that we have.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard in some places it's not as common. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not they're not putting like antiperspirant on, but like it doesn't have a scent to it. It just holds back the musk.
Yeah,
Um,
they're musky.
Here we don't really
Indians are
we want
musky.
things to smell different. Like shit, my deodorant smells like it's called Timber. It's Old Spice. It smells like some
it's
kind of wood or something.
it's like smelling a spicy curry, but it was also placed on their armpits. It's insane. There was an Indian dude at Amazon, and he was a nice guy, but I was like, damn, bro, you stink. I'm like, bro, you gotta use some deodorant, man. You're an American now.
It's definitely an us thing. The deodorant.
I don't know. Maybe in India, like they're just surrounded by so many people that they're just their sense of smell just dies away when they're young. So it
Places
doesn't
just
even
smell
notice anymore.
places just smell different, bro. Places just smell different.
Yeah, it's like that smell from like a Mexican household, right? Like it smells like a combination of people's farts and like food. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you go to someone's home and like
Um
it has a distinct smell, and then you're like, I wonder where that's coming from, and then you find out like your niece or nephew was like farting. That's how it was at
so
my sister's house. My nephew would fart and it would smell like his house. I was like, oh, what the hell, man? All this time you were farting around
I
me?
mean, I just looked it up, and apparently, some is depending on where you are in the world. Some people literally don't produce an odor.
That's not true.
But in the case of you, the Indian guy, it sounds like he's just nose blind to his smell. Most likely, just because he's so used to it, he just doesn't notice it anymore, or because it's you know,
It's because he
it's
was
easy to
surrounded
go.
by 90 people every day when he was a little boy. And then all of his sense of smell just went away
this
at a
feels
young
this
age.
this feels a little racist.
It's true
This feels a
though.
little
You
racist.
ever smelled an Indian fellow, you tell me different.
I can't say I have smelled a an Indian fella.
I mean, I talked to that guy. He was cool.
Can't.
But I was
Yeah, I
like, bro,
bet.
you're stinky.
It's a culture thing. Definitely a cultural thing. I guarantee if you met him now,
Would he
I
be different?
guarantee if you
Probably.
he'd probably wear deodorant now,
Probably. But he was
or
a nice
maybe he's
guy.
no longer in the United States. Who knows?
I know a couple of Indian dudes.
But not like the United States. From what I've heard from people who have like left for a while and came back, um, people are like, or have people who have left their country to come here and then they go back there, or I guess it could go both ways.
Yeah, and they're like, damn, there's a lot of
People are like,
violence over there,
people are
huh?
like, dude, you smell different. They're like, oh, I do. They're like, yeah, you don't smell
Yeah,
like you did before.
it's his
Like
wife. She's smelling
you like,
his cock. He's like, it smells like someone's butthole. It's like, yeah,
what
I spent some time
what
in
is?
San Francisco. My bad.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, damn, that's rough.
Got him.
That's not a goddamn moment, homie.
That
Don't
is a
flex
got
that.
him. You're the one saying
No,
the
it's
N word
not.
over and over in the last
No,
episode.
I was not.
Did
I
you
did
hear
no
all
such
the
thing.
edits?
I haven't
I
actually listened to the latest
had to,
episode.
I had to bleep out everything.
No way. Hold up.
It sounds really, it's like, to me it sounds like it's like whatever, but to them I'm sure it's gonna sound really real. Like it's gonna be like, whoa, what are these guys saying?
Oh, I need to. Let me see if I can find it. We need to change the logo for the disc for
Yeah,
not for the
yeah,
studio. We need to change the logo for
for the YouTube
the
channel.
channel. Yeah, we gotta get something.
Yeah, I'll
I
draw
don't
like
know.
I'll just make it like
Oh,
the
God.
evil egg, like the first
Why'd you
episode.
draw Chucky, bro?
Because he's a gamer girl.
Just see that now. Yeah.
But yeah, stinky people. I think a lot of people stink because they just they don't have the bidet. They're not part of the bidet lifestyle.
They're not part of the daily lifestyle, you say?
The bidet lifestyle. They don't have a
Oh,
bidet in their
do
home.
you have a bidet?
Yes.
I don't have a bidet.
Oh man, it will change your life to
I
get
don't want
one.
water getting squirted up my asshole.
Imagine this, all right? Imagine
Oh
using less
god, he's
toilet
gonna
paper
describe it
because
in utmost detail.
you save money because you use less toilet paper because
Maybe.
you
What
blast
about the water bill, homie?
what the fuck? What about the water bill, bro? How much you don't have to you don't fucking take a shower for your butthole.
What about you give a fuck about the about the water bill?
It's like a 5 second 5 second
Just a quick burst to clean the poop out.
fucking explosion in your butthole.
But see, homie, here's the difference
Mhm.
between me and you, though. I don't need no bidet. I don't need no
You lick
bidet
yourself like a cat.
like you and those weird ass French people. You know why? Because I be eating my fiber. I don't be having residue left behind in there.
Everyone has residue.
I don't got too much
Everybody, it
residue. I
doesn't
don't
matter
know,
how hard
bro.
your
I
poop
I
is
just
or how
I just prefer
squishy.
to wipe, bro. I just prefer to wipe.
You still wipe with the bidet. It's just that you have to wipe less now.
So wait, pause. You basically the bidet is not an alternative to wiping. You still wipe.
It's like the combo. It's like a combo move for the
Bro, this
butthole.
is literally just wiping your ass with extra steps. No.
Well, listen, man.
If you
If you want
like
to
it,
be
that's
less,
cool, bro.
all right.
If you
Why do you
like
put
it, that,
shampoo and then conditioner? That just sounds like
if
extra
you
steps. Just use a bar of soap for your hair.
put shampoo in, oh, why do I use shampoo and conditioner? Because those two things are fundamentally different from each other, right?
Well,
You've got shampoo. Shampoo is fundamentally meant for your hair. Conditioner
you
is
know,
meant. If you use a two-in-one for your hair, you need to go to jail. If you use a three-in-one, conditioner, shampoo, and body wash, your skin is dry as hell,
oh
bro.
man. No, but listen,
Bro, I don't care what
I've
anybody
heard
says.
some like a good example of why you should get a bidet. Let's say,
Okay,
right?
let me hear
Let's
it.
say that you know, you took a poop and then you saw
Okay.
like some poop on your arm. Okay? Would you be comfortable just wiping it off? Or would you want to wash it off? It's on your forearm. You got poop. You got a little bit of poop on your forearm.
I got a little bit of poop on my forearm. Would I want to wash it
Are
off,
you comfortable just wiping it off and doing like that? That's fine.
like with my hand, or do I got like a
No,
piece
with
of
the
toilet
toilet paper. With a
paper,
piece of
like
toilet paper.
yeah, I'm gonna just wipe it off with the piece
You
of
would
toilet
just
paper.
know you wouldn't. You're lying.
Or if you're a goat, you got wet wipes, bro.
Exactly. All right. Well, yeah. That's like the good. That's like a good
Because
alternative
for me
to
personally, I actually
bidets.
don't like toilet paper. I use wet wipes.
All right, then you're fine. Your butthole's fine. But
See,
if you're using a dry toilet paper,
bro, oh my god, bro, toilet paper is okay. I will be the first to say this. Toilet paper is the worst thing ever. It's terrible. I hate it.
yeah.
It's like I'm wiping my ass with a piece of bark.
But listen, the bidet, right? You take a shit, you blast your hole. That does like
You, I,
80
bl-
that does like
you
80 to
bla-
90% of
you
your
you
of the
blast your
work.
hole.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
gotcha. Yeah. That's how I clean my ass. I just
That
blast
does 80
myself
to
with ass.
90% of the
Cool.
work, and then you do
Uh,
like one or two wipes with the toilet paper, right? And it's
just
clean.
just to kind of dry it off and clean up.
You could eat dinner off my asshole.
No, you could not.
Yes, you could. You could eat your
No,
Cheerios
you
right
could
out
not.
of it.
Ew,
Oh,
no,
have you ever seen that gif?
No, but I do not wish to see it.
It's
Hell
insane. That's an
no.
insane fucking gif.
It's some guy eating fucking. Oh my god!
Oh
He
no,
Cheerios out someone's ass.
it's a vile woman who should go to hell.
He should go to hell. What the hell?
A vile
God
woman who
damn,
eats
bro.
Cheerios out of someone else's anus.
I wouldn't say she's a vile woman. She's definitely just an
That's
a weird
vile.
one.
That's vile. Eating
Do you think
food out
eating
of out of a
ass is bad?
butthole. Eating ass
You,
is one thing, but eating your Cheerios like a fucking like it's a bowl is
okay.
depraved and wrong.
It's depraved and wrong. Okay.
You know the Catholics had a point when they said that the lust was a sin
Have you
when they saw that
have you
shit.
have you ever seen the video of the guy asking like, okay, what are you looking for in a relationship? Bro's like, I don't care, bro. I'm just trying to get my ass ate.
I'm
that's
drawing a
that's
minion.
not me. I'm not trying to get my ass ate, but
I'm drawing a minion.
You're drawing a minion?
You ever seen a minion in real life?
No. I did you ever see the final Minions movie?
No.
No, you didn't. I remember people were getting in trouble because people were getting in trouble for literally just showing proper movie etiquette.
While they're
Like,
wearing tuxedos and stuff.
they were wearing suits and shit, and the top it, they had to start doing like things at the beginning of the show where they'd have like I guess I'll just call it like the show master, if you will, had to come out and was like it was like, okay, there will be no clapping, there will be no cheering, there will be none of that. If you do any of that, we're kicking you out. You will not get a refund. And it's like I'm like, damn, bro, y'all are just like, because people clap for when movies start and people clap when movies end. So I'm like, she's like, no clapping at all, no cheering. She's just like, there will be nothing. You sit in silence, watch the movie, nothing else.
It's about damn time. That's the one thing I hate the most about the movies is when people clap.
It's like when everyone starts clapping and then you like feel compelled to, so you're just like clapping.
I don't clap
don't
with
really
them. I'm
want
pissed off. I'm sitting there pissed off.
You like when the credits are rolling and shit.
Like no, not that. That's whatever. I don't give a shit about that. But I'm talking like during the movie, like when they start,
I hate
like
that.
they say something and they start clapping because a clap is voluntary, right? You're voluntarily being loud and obnoxious during the middle of a movie. A laugh, or like a gasp, that's whatever, right? I could forgive that.
Yeah, just like kind of making a sound
like that. That's what the movies are for. But when you're clapping, dude, oh my god, I want to rip your hair out and bite into it like a cotton candy.
Just want to murder somebody.
It makes me go insane with rage. But yeah, movies suck anyways. The movies, the theaters suck. I'd rather watch it at home.
Oh, for sure. Some people are like, oh, that ruins the experience. But personally, for me, I'm not going to them. Like, yeah, sure. The movies is an experience, right? But like that experience doesn't make the movie. That experience doesn't make the movie.
Yeah,
so that it doesn't make the movie itself. So like some people, if you're one of those people that's like, oh, when you go to if you don't go to the movie, you're just ruining the experience for yourself. You're stupid.
Nah, I mean, I know some guy who's like super into movies, and he says that the theater is the only way to watch a movie. But I'm like,
he says the theater's the only way to watch a movie.
Maybe if you have like a theater full of like people that are respectful,
to hell with it,
and don't talk or don't clap and shit like that. That's cool.
Shit, bro. Everyone's got like their own in-house like sound systems now. So it's like, why even go?
Nah, he described it as like it being like an experience, more of an experience rather than just like a casual thing. That's how it was before, right?
I go there for that damn experience, bro.
Like in the 50s, right? Like when you would take your gal out,
to the
drive-in theater,
who you would inevitably marry and abuse every day.
Yeah. So you take your gal out to the drive-in theater. You beat up the nerd when you're getting popcorn. You come back to your gal.
The nerd was literally just trying to enjoy the damn movie.
Yeah, he was just there with his buddies and he was just having a great time. You beat him up, you spit on him. Maybe you pull his pants down. And then you go back to your car. You fuck your bitch. You fuck the shit out of her. You fuck your girlfriend. And then while she's passed out, or when she's finishing herself off, depending on how big your penis is.
I'm about to say she's most likely stuck doing that herself.
Yeah, she's like in the back seat, like schlicken or whatever the fuck they call it. And then you watch the movie. You're watching Back to the Future. Like, damn, this movie's amazing.
I mean, Loki, if you beat on the nerd, you have a tiny penis.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting segue too. If you beat on black people, you also have a small penis. No, maybe that's not a good segue.
Well, what if
that's some serious shit.
What if you beat them though?
What if you
like if you're an MMA fighter, does that count?
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, no, it doesn't. Because that's like mutual, right? If you're fighting, yeah, that's a mutual
It's
thing.
a
It's a
mutual
mutual
beat up.
thing. I
Like
mean,
if
I
you're
wouldn't say it's a mutual.
GSP and you beat up a black guy, are you racist?
Oh no, what's GSP?
Says a man, Georges St. Pierre.
George St. Pierre.
He's
Oh,
cool. He's a nice guy.
I don't. Yeah, it seems like a nice.
Do you like
Maybe
the?
I
Do
don't
you
know.
did you ever watch like UFC and stuff,
No, I've never been able. I've never
or
gotten
like
into it.
boxing it or whatever?
Nah, that's not my thing.
You're a wuss then.
Yeah, shut up, you dick.
It's cool. You can see people beat each other up,
I bet, man.
and there's it's especially satisfying when you see like an asshole. Like there's like a bunch of UFC fighters that are huge douchebags, right? Just the worst
Okay,
people.
wow.
Like they beat their wives. They fucking they bully people and shit. And then they're like, I got bullied. That's why I started fighting. It's like, yeah, but then you also became one. You fucking dickhead.
Yeah,
But
it's kind of like it's it's similar to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Actually, I need. I was too hasty.
it's so satisfying when you see like them get beat up by like somebody like GSP who's like super nice. He's super nice and friendly all the time, and he's not like full of himself. It's just
He's just a nice fella.
he's just a nice fellow who's also happens to kick the shit out of people. It's fucking
Yeah,
cool,
sounds
dude.
about right, man.
UFC is badass. That's why people liked Khabib so much as well, because
Oh
he was
yeah.
never like a huge asshole to people. He was always very nice, and it was only Conor McGregor for the most part doing some crazy ass shit. But I like Conor as well though. I think he's a really good fighter, but he's kind of a dickhead sometimes.
I mean, I mean, I'm not trying to be that guy, but when you're as rich as they are, it's difficult to not be it's almost
Oh yeah.
impossible to not be an asshole.
Oh yeah,
Like, I'm
dude.
sorry, maybe there's some really rich people watching this, but rich people, you guys just have like you guys are literally physically incapable of just being humble and
Yeah,
being
Argus,
nice.
Mr. Rich, Mr.
I'm
Moneybags.
not fucking rich, asshole.
But yeah, Conor McGregor when he first started was very, very polite to people, and he was super
I mean,
humble as
shit,
well. Like he used to like
just
bow to
changes.
he used to bow to
Or
people and shit in the
or he's
ring.
just taking too many fucking punches to his face.
Maybe. But yeah, speaking of money,
You know.
my my mom is like in some not some trouble, but I guess you can just call it trouble because like
What?
this debt collection, there's like this debt collector.
Your mom's getting chased by debt collectors?
Yeah, yeah. So
Sorry for
they
laughing. That's
want
not
to
cool.
they want to like foreclose our house, right?
Whoa.
Because they claim that she owes a debt for $40,000
To who?
to some bank, right? To some
Where?
Bank of America, I think it's called.
Oh my god, of course it's Bank of America.
But the thing is, so she took out this like second mortgage, right,
Mm-hmm.
from Bank of America in 2007, and then in
Yeah.
2011 she had to file for bankruptcy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing with bankruptcy is that it's supposed to like wipe away your debt. It fucks up your credit, but
Yeah,
your debt
that's why
gets
people
erased
yeah, that's why like a
because
bunch of rich people always file for bankruptcy because yeah, all the debt that they owe just literally just disappears and they don't
hmm
have to pay it. So
and
like that's why people like Donald Trump do it.
yeah, but
Donald
my
Trump does
mom's not
do
like
it.
Donald Trump. She's
No,
like she actually
your
had like a
mom's not
real
like
reason.
Donald Trump. Yeah, her credit gets fucked up, and that's difficult to recover from.
But basically, yeah, like she filed for bankruptcy, so that debt was cleared. We have paperwork proving that debt was cleared
Hmm.
off.
But now they're saying that the debt's still there.
And yeah, and this because the thing is, like these collecting agencies, they like fucking trade in like debt. They like buy it off of each other
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah. You can buy people's debt. It's kind of fucked.
But this debt is I mean, at least according to us, is technically over with, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they're still bothering
Officially,
us.
it should. Yeah, officially, it should be gone because, like you said, your mom filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah, yeah. And what's even more fucked up is that these lawyers, right? Not from them, but these lawyer groups, this fucking it's called MLG Law Group, which I thought was a complete scam at first.
MLG Law Group.
Yeah.
God, sounds like it was founded by a bunch of college
They were
students.
like, your house is being foreclosed. We want to help you keep your house. And I was like, that's fucking weird. And I showed my mom.
So wait, they want to foreclose your guys'
No,
house, even though the debt's not there.
Yeah, this law group wants to help us because I guess this bank or this debt collecting agency wants to sell our house in May.
Oh my God! Who'd your mom take the loan out from?
Bank of America, but it's already been cleared.
They fucking sold the debt.
No, yeah, they did, but that's the thing. They weren't supposed to. It should be gone. They should have struck it from their records.
Unless they sold it before your mom filed bankruptcy.
But listen. Let me give the whole context.
By the way, I'm saying either way, it's not fucking right. Your Bank of America
Shut
probably knew she was going to file.
I'm not done.
Okay, fine. Fuck.
Anyways, this law group contacts me on my phone talking about my mother's debt. I'm like, what the fuck is this about? And then, my mom was like, she's like, no, I don't think it's legit. It's complete bullshit. Because she's talked to this debt collection agency before to leave her alone. But they still don't. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why does this law group know about our foreclosure before we even got anything in the mail? So I think they're in cahoots. I think this MLG law group is in cahoots with Real Time Relations, the debt collecting agency. And they can suck my dick for bothering me about this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean,
why the hell you have my number? And who the hell told me about this?
y'all should try to do something.
No, yeah, on Monday we're gonna deal with all this stuff.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say because like even though your mom filed for bankruptcy, that might not stop them from foreclosing the house.
Nah, even if they can do it, we could still countersuit them because they didn't do it through the proper ways.
No, yeah. But like if you tried to sue Bank of America, that'd be tough.
Because currently we still haven't seen any proof that the debt is even valid that they're trying to collect.
Bank of America is known for doing shady shit like that too.
Yeah. This Real Time Relations debt collecting agency has also been like in a bunch of like hot water because they do it a lot where they try to collect on debts that are no longer valid. So I think it's going to be all
it's a
right.
very common thing.
But it is very annoying.
I know Bank of America last time, just a couple of years ago, they had to pay a couple $1 billion to the federal government for doing a bunch of shady shit with people's money. It's kind of like Wells Fargo or something like that, but kind of 10 times worse. Basically, don't bank with them. Good Lord,
don't bank with them. And also, if you guys ever get a letter in the mail that you're getting foreclosed, chances are they're full of shit.
I got an email a couple months back saying that I had been charged like $500 for a McAfee subscription, and I was like, I don't even use McAfee.
Oh, dude, I get
which is like the fucking antivirus
on my phone all the time.
Yeah, and I checked my bank account and nothing, and it wasn't like $200 wasn't withdrawn. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's you guys are full of shit.
I remember one time this was a long time ago. My little brother, he was trying to fix his computer, right? Because he had an old computer running like Windows Vista.
Oh damn!
And he called like the thing on the box or whatever for customer support. It was just some Indian dude, and he was telling us that it's gonna cost us $1,300 to fix the computer. And I'm like, first of all, how the hell are you gonna fix old hardware? I mean, now I know that, but back then I was like, oh, what the fuck? I didn't know anything about this, right? So I was like, oh,
that's lots of money.
And my mom was like, was considering just paying them. And like, nah, you know what? If it's cost $1,300, we might as well just buy a new one. That's what I said.
Yeah, and the guy's like, no, do not do that. Do that.
And I just hung up on him, right? And then I told my little brother, you know, I was like, hey, just leave it, just leave it unplugged. You know, we're just gonna get you a new one, if anything. And he's like, all right, cool. And then the next day, right? Because the call was transferred to my phone. The next day I get a call from the same Indian dude, and he's like, sir, your Windows computer is under attack by hackers. It is getting filled up by hackers. We have to help you now. Give us back the access. And I'm like, how?
You called me yesterday.
I'm like, how the fuck would a hacker be able to access my computer that's not even plugged in? And then he
how would you
and
know?
Then he hung up. He hung up on me. He's
I
like, I called him in
know.
a lie. I called him in a lie.
He's like, it's getting hacked. It's like, okay, one, it's not even plugged in. So how's that possible? Two, how would you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like
You
it's
because
not plugged in.
you need to give us back access. I'm like, how would you know if something's going on if you don't have access? Fucking lying to
For real,
me.
dude. Like,
Because that's the thing. Those call centers though, they don't like back in the day, right? Like when
hmm
you were that age and I was a little younger, but I was still like kind of into the tech stuff.
you're not that much
They
younger than me.
I'd get no, I'm only like 3 years younger than you. Um or something like that.
I'm
But
24.
basically, yeah, okay, yeah, so sex. Um so basically they used to call young people, right? They used to be like they like, oh, I can do this on kids, right?
hmm
But now it's gotten to a point where kids know more shit about computers than people that have been working on them for like the past 20 years
Yeah.
somehow. So now they're like, okay, kids know too much. We can't. It's like kids are less likely to believe us. So now that all they do is they just prey on old people.
Yeah, it's
They just prey
fucked
on
up.
old folk who don't know any better, and they steal money from old people who don't know better. And yeah, no, it's so fucked. It's really
That's why
foul.
old people should
And
just
it's not
bother their
right.
their their nephews and shit that know about this stuff. There's always one kid in every
Honestly,
family that knows about computers. I
for
feel
real.
like there's
Or
always
it's like,
one kid that was just ignored and sad all the time. Just went into
well,
computers.
and the other thing too, right? Is like it's like I've got elderly family members too, but like they've never my grandma she's never fallen for something like this because she is at least aware or tech savvy enough to know it's like some guy saying I'm from Amazon, right?
hmm
Somebody is hacking into your account. It's like Amazon doesn't call me.
Yeah, Amazon never calls you.
Or it's like this is Microsoft, you know, your computer's got a virus. It's like, one, you shouldn't know. How would you know that? Two, Microsoft wouldn't call me.
Three,
And like all
prove
these
it,
things,
Bill Gates.
all these places, all these things, if they call you like we're Microsoft or we're XYZ, they don't call you. They don't
No,
call
no, they
you. The
never
only people
call
that
you.
call you is your fucking bank. And even then your bank rarely calls you.
Oh yeah, the only time
I've,
they call you is when you get overcharged.
I've only got I have only they don't even call me for that. They don't even call me for stuff like that. I got called once. That was when I first opened my account and I withdrew money from it, and that was it. Right?
hmm
I don't get calls from I get email. So if there's something wrong, they don't call you. They email you. They never call you.
And always read who the email's from, because a lot of times they have fake emails that people make to make it look legit. Always make sure that
And
you're on the correct website and the correct email.
yes, sir. Have a really good antivirus on your shit. Um, even though it can be bothersome,
It's not even
always. And I mean,
that's not even antivirus. Just making sure the email was not from some strange thing.
well,
From
yeah,
like
that too.
XP394 fucking W.
Don't open attachments. Don't open attachments.
Never.
That's how so many people get it.
Unless it's for me and it's asking you to give me $1,000 every day, then that's fine. That's
Yeah,
actually
yeah. Then
safe.
it's because he needs it to campaign for office
Yeah, I'm
in
running for president.
2024.
I'm running for president.
He's totally not gonna. He's totally not gonna. He is totally not gonna steal.
I'm gonna put pigs on every corner of the
He's
street so they can eat
he's
the
to,
trash.
he's totally not gonna steal millions of dollars from all of you
I
guys,
won't. I won't. I won't
and
XTF everybody.
and then run it off and then run off with it and pretend like you guys never donated, like a special someone we know.
I
Shout out you, Donnie.
I will
I'm not
not
even gonna.
take money from you guys and then have sex orgies in my office with some mid woman, and then
I did
run
not
off
get
and then
head.
steal all the money and then run off to Brazil or where the fuck he went. What was the XTF dude? What's his name again?
I did not get. I did not get head in the office. I will say that.
I did not fuck that girl in the pussy. I did not do that.
No, I did not. I
Ugh.
did not get. Yeah, I didn't get head in the office. I just want everyone to know that.
I will not buy an island and do Jeffrey Epstein #2. I
No,
promise.
no, not one bit. Not one bit.
I will not blackmail people in power with child pornography.
Okay, so let's start digging
Videos,
into
huh?
this list of topics I got here. Let me open my notepad real quick. Because for whatever reason you decided to write this shit on paper. Like digital copies don't exist now. So we got your Gmaw's funeral. How's that? How's that going?
Oh man, it was terrible.
Oh, so you already had the funeral.
Yeah. We had it on Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, okay. So it was like a 2 day little ceremony.
Yeah, so the first day is the service, and the second day is the actual
Uh-huh.
burial.
Okay.
So the service was nice, made me cry again. But the problem is that like with regular funerals is that like the first hour, like during the prayers and shit.
Hmm.
This is for Catholics, by the way. They'll talk about your grandmother, the deceased person, for the first hour, and then you got 2 extra hours talking about Jesus Christ. And I'm like, okay, hold on.
Hmm.
Jesus has been dead for years. Why the fuck are we talking about him on today of all days? Do that shit. Do
Wait,
that shit.
yeah, wait,
Another day. God damn it.
hold up. They was talking about Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they were talking about Jesus Christ when my mother was the one that's dead. I'm like, bro, what? Do this some other day,
They're
bro.
like,
Do that on the
praise
Sabbath.
Jesus. I'm like, this ain't about Jesus right now. This is about grandma.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like,
This
what?
is about. This is
It
about
pissed me
my.
off. I was like,
That's
that's so disrespectful
damn.
to just use her death as an opportunity to talk about their own religion.
Shit, bro. I love Jesus as much as the next person. Like I'm like it's normal to be like they are that person, right? That's no longer with us. That person is now with Jesus.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that person is now in God's
That's the
embrace. But
first hour.
if it's just like a remember Jesus died on the cross. I don't give a fuck if he died on the cross for my
That's the
sins.
first
Give,
hour is them
give
talking about their prayers. I mean, my grandma was also into this stuff, but I was like, God damn, what the hell, man? Take it easy on the Jesus stuff and how you should all go to church, and then they have the
Mhm.
audacity to take the donation thing and walk around with it. It's like, motherfucker, we already paid for this.
What this ain't what so y'all already paid for the damn
We
service
paid
and the
for-
burial. By
Yes,
the way, burying your family member who died is expensive, bro.
it's
That shit is a
extremely
lot of
expensive.
that shit's a lot of money. So you gotta pay for the service. You gotta pay for any kind of thing if you want them to look pretty, so they can have an open casket, so people can say goodbye and shit. You gotta do all this extra shit, all of it,
It's like
right? You
eleven
gotta pay
hundred
for
dollars
all of
just for
that.
the stone itself.
Yeah, for sure. And then you gotta buy a headstone, bro. I know this shit well. I don't get me wrong. I know this shit well. I'm not trying to sound morbid, but I'm not trying to have
You
a
killed like 30 men,
no.
right?
I
You
have
had to pay
no.
for all their funerals.
I have a I have a parent. I have a parent who is dead, right?
Hmm.
And he don't. He's my dad. He doesn't have a headstone. He's buried back in Texas where he's from, but he doesn't have a headstone. So what they do, at least what they like to do standard, is if you can't afford a headstone, they'll just bury you in an empty plot with a bunch of other people. So like,
Oh, like a
and
like
it's
Mozart.
fucked because they stack the coffins on top of each other.
Yeah.
So it's like so somewhere in Texas, because my dad don't got a headstone, he's just buried. He don't got there's nowhere to mark his grave. So I could never visit him as of right now. I could never go to his grave.
Well,
So like, but it's so much. It's so expensive for a little piece of fucking chiseled rock to just mark where someone you care about is dead. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. You shouldn't have to pay $1,300 for. It's already expensive enough that the fact that having a final send off for someone you care about is already a business, is like already a lucrative business.
Well, personally, I
It's
think it's just weird, just the whole culture of hanging onto the dead body.
I
Because I
mean,
was there when she died. I was there when I watched her fucking die, bro. I don't need to
we
see
are
her dead body 5 more times. It's it.
true. Like some people, want to get buried, right? Some people got many interesting ways they want to be buried. Some people want to get buried in a plot.
Burn me
Some
up.
people want to get cream. See everything, like some people, like my mom, she wants to get cremated, which good for her.
Burn me up. Shoot
Um,
me into space.
burn me up and shoot me into space. If you die in space, that's what they'll do.
That'd be badass.
Um, or like bury me in the ocean.
No, I don't want
That's
to.
what
No, that's too
that's what
spooky.
dude. That's what the Navy does, bro. Imagine they come back and they're like, you're like it's your homie, or it's your, like, say you're a wife and it's like your partner,
Mhm.
like I'm like, sir, ma'am, I'm sorry, but your partner, the person that you loved oh so much,
Yeah,
died in the
I'll
line
be
of
the
duty.
lady.
Okay, when's the funeral?
She's
Well,
like,
we had to.
no, no, you're
Well,
lying. And she grabs you by the
well,
throat. You're lying,
well,
Argus, you piece of shit.
well, like, where's the body? Well, that's the thing.
We
Per
ate it.
naval tradition, we have
Oh,
to dump his ass off the side of a boat into the
he's with
ocean.
Davy Jones.
Yeah, he's with Davy Jones. Like, I mean, I don't know how standard that is, but they do it sometimes, and I was like, maybe if like the sailor requests it, or like that's what the sailor's family wants. But I'm like, why would you just dump his body in the sea?
That would be a terrible afterlife, just seeing a squid and shit and like a spooky shark. I'm like, this
I
is
don't know.
terrible.
It's
This
a
is
weird.
scary, dude. I don't want to be
It's
down
I
here.
I I don't know, honestly.
At least in space, you can see like cool like stars explode and shit. That'd be badass. Yeah, shoot me into space. Burn me up and shoot me into space is what I ask. Get
And
a
like, it's
big cannon.
I think the thing too is that if you're on deployment, they'll just fucking dump you over. I mean, they'll do a whole ceremony for you. Like they'll
Yeah,
do a whole
rowboat.
ceremony for you, and you'll get a headstone at Arlington, I guess. But I'm also just like, why not? I don't know. I don't know.
Or
It's
just
like
like a shark
just how we
with your arm inside
it's
of it.
like, well, I don't know. They're like, we can't keep the body on the boat. I'm like, then don't keep the body on the boat. Load that shit on a plane. Load that
Put that
shit
shit in the
on a
trash.
load that shit on a plane and fly it home. Like, why do you have to dump them over?
Like in It's Always Sunny. When I die, just throw
Like,
me in the trash. I don't. You don't need to keep the dead body.
personally for me, right? As
Hmm.
a family, because like at the end of the day, if you're a dead person, right, you are too dumb to care. You're too dumb to care what happens to
What
your
do you
body.
mean? What if you're sentient? Personally, I wouldn't even stick around. I wouldn't even stick around for the funeral. I'm like, I'm gone, bro. I'm done.
We'll see. That's what I'm saying. Like for me, it's right. I'm like, for me personally, I'm like, if when I die, do whatever you want with it, right?
Yeah.
If you wanna cremate me, cremate me. If y'all want to cremate me, put me in jars and carry me with you in your homes,
You want
whatever.
to
Pass
bang
that down
me?
to
You want to bang my dead body? Go ahead.
maybe not that, but
You
definitely not that. But like if you want to if you
want to
wanna
eat me
if you
up?
wanna if you wanna bury me, bury me. If you want to cremate me, cremate me. I don't give a fuck. I'm too dead to care what y'all do with me. You know?
Would you let someone eat your dead body?
No, absolutely not. That's where I draw the fucking line.
Why not? Why not eat? What if your family wants to make like a big, like huge, like steak dinner out of your body?
That is, yeah, no, gross.
You know what? Why?
You said make us. You said I'm not trying to die and get eaten.
Why not? You're
That's how
dead.
you make skinwalker, bro.
Skinwalk. No, skinwalkers eat humans alive, not dead.
No, what? No,
Skinwalkers. The people
yeah,
who
no,
shapeshift and call you out. Oh, dude, Skinwalker's terrifying.
no. Skinwalkers eat, kill and eat people.
Now they eat They eat people alive. They tackle them, start biting into them.
Yeah, they eat people. Is what I'm saying.
I heard
Skin, the
Skinwalkers
thing
look
is
like
you.
minions.
No, I'm like saying you'll make a skinwalker. I'm not trying to be the reason someone turns into a skinwalker.
Yeah, but only one dead body won't turn you into a Skinwalker. Come on now.
No, that's literally how it goes. That's how it works.
Only one?
You eat somebody, whether they be alive or dead, and you. That's like in culture and like a lot of Native American stories. If they're like, if you're trapped somewhere, like if you're trapped in the mountains or something, uh, they're like just die, just starve to death. Don't even like they're like never eat a human.
Nah.
So they're like, if you're stuck in the woods and you can't get away, just die.
But if you're Aztec and you want to sacrifice, you got to eat the heart.
Did they actually eat the heart thing?
No,
I thought
no,
they just cut it out.
I don't think they eat the heart. I think they
I'm
just
about to
stab
say
it off.
I don't think they ate the heart either, because it's just a because all it is just what it's like. I could be wrong, but in Aztecs it was with the Aztecs they were like, oh, someone's like you take someone's life force, their power becomes your own or something. I don't know. Maybe that's a different culture.
I don't remember.
Know. Me neither. I'm not Aztec.
I don't really care much about the Aztecs, quite frankly.
Nah, bro. I hate Aztecs. You know,
They were kind of
them,
insane.
fuck
But
them
I mean,
brown people,
it
bro.
was what? It was
No.
cool though. They were
The
kind of
conquistadors
cool,
were insane too, bro.
but I think I'm just so far removed from it.
I'm gonna say the conquistadors were crazy too, bro.
Like my dad was the one that actually grew up around like their temples and stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's from like that part
Yeah, like
of
southern part of
Mexico.
Mexico, yeah.
Okay.
But I guess it's cool. I don't care. I guess it's just because my brother was super into it and he was cringe. He was cringe about it, and I was like, I don't like this.
Your brother's like, I am an Aztec warrior.
Yeah, that's exactly how he was.
Brother,
And it's like, bro,
we love our brothers. We love
you're
our
a
brothers.
cholo, bro. What are you talking about?
No, not.
But yeah, I don't care much.
Yeah, I don't care too much either.
I don't know.
I don't care about
I
your history.
would
I don't care about your life.
I would say when I die,
Uh,
you could bang my dead body, eat it up,
why are you saying that,
turn
bro?
again. It's from It's Always Sunny.
Stop,
He's
bro.
like
Stop.
he's like talking
No,
to a
okay,
mortician,
no, no,
and he's like
no, no, no,
he's like, let
no.
me ask you something. You ever bang the dead bodies?
Oh my
And the
lord.
mortician's like, no.
No, I
He's like,
don't.
he's like, if I ever die, I don't give a shit what you do with me. You could bang me, eat me, throw me in the
Oh my
trash for
God,
all I care.
that's nasty, bro.
It's true though. I don't see why people want the dead body around. You're dead. Your family member's not in there anymore. He's gone, bro. Why the fuck would he stick around? If there's cooler shit you can go see, I wouldn't stick around to watch my dead body slowly rot.
No, at the very least, I got a lot of questions for God.
Oh, I got another idea for my dead body. You take my brain, right? You take the whole brain out, and you put it inside the mind of a worm, inside of a big worm.
That's not something
And
you
see if
can
it
like.
works. Huh?
You can actually physiologically do.
What do you mean?
You can't do that.
You never know, Argus.
That's like impossible.
Never say impossible, Argus.
No, like what are
If
you
people said
talking
impossible,
about?
we would have never made it on the moon.
So first and foremost, if you were to put your consciousness inside a worm, you'd never actually know because worms are not like sentient beings. They're incapable of being sentient.
Well, that's because they have a small brain, but if you put my brain in it,
They have no brain.
they do have brain.
No, they don't. Worms don't have brains.
They're not a nematode.
They have something. They have something that could be that like if you were to dumb it down, it might be comparable to a brain, but they don't actually have brains.
They do have brains,
I forget what
dude.
it was called.
They have
No, they
funny
don't.
little slit little brains. All right, put me in a frog then. They have brains.
They don't. Frogs are not sentient beings. You want to just be put inside weird animals, and it's weird.
Why not a frog?
No, they have. So they've got something called the cerebral ganglia. It's not an actual brain though. That's why worms are completely incapable of like thought. Period.
That's why you
They
put
don't
my
think.
brain inside of them.
You can't put a human brain inside a fucking worm.
Big worm.
Not a big worm.
Why not?
What you mean big worm too?
I mean, like a size of a house or something.
Those things don't exist. What is this fucking? What's the movie? Tremors. What is
Yeah.
this? Tremors? This ain't Tremors, bro.
Put me in a big worm. Put me
Get a grip.
Put me in a big worm and then ship me off to Saudi Arabia
Why Saudi Arabia?
because I could be in the desert, like in
And just wreak havoc on Muslim people.
like in Beetlejuice, you know? Right when there's a big desert with a big worm in it. That's what I would be. Terrorize the trade routes and throughout the Saudi Arabian desert.
Terrorize the traders. You'd be like a pirate.
But as a worm. But this time the pirate's a worm.
You got a little pirate hat.
Yeah. And I swallow whole like caravans and stuff. And they're like, what the fuck?
So we're not talking about you being a giant worm. We're talking about you being like an incomprehensibly large worm.
Yes, a sandworm, some would say.
Yeah, like from Tremors. Okay, gotcha.
And then all the people would scream, "Worm!" And they'd sound alarms and shit. And I just breeze through like an entire town.
Just swallow it all.
That'd be fucking hilarious, dude. Tell me that's not cool as shit.
No, it's not. You've got weird goals, man.
You don't have enough. You don't dream big enough is the problem.
You don't dream big enough.
You're
okay,
a man
whatever,
without wonder.
Eat a fucking dick, bro.
You're a man without wonder is the problem. I'm gonna draw a sexy demon gal. But yeah, anyways, the funeral wasn't. I just don't get funerals. Don't invite me to one ever again.
Wow. So what if like I died? You wouldn't come to my funeral?
No, I don't want to.
Okay, good to know.
Don't come to mine either. That's
sure
the
to
deal.
go
You don't have to come to
That's
mine.
the deal. That's the deal. Okay.
Don't even have a funeral for me. Let me die and then that's it.
Okay.
You know what's weird though? My mom also took a picture of my dead grandmother. I was like, that's kind of bizarre. I'm like, this is real dark.
Oh, interesting.
And she's like, no, it's not weird.
I'm like, Mom, you got a picture of a dead body on it.
I'm like, bruh. Yeah.
At the very least, it's a little strange. So, bro, the new M&Ms.
What about the
They're not. I guess Fox News, like people on Fox News are upset because the M&Ms aren't fuckable anymore.
Damn, the green M&M's not sexy anymore.
No, like what? Still, hold on, let me look up green M&M. This might return some not so amazing results, but
look up green M&M sexy.
Okay, so the green M&M apparently is fucking gay or something like that, and Fox News hosts are just mad over it. They're like,
cares if she still gets dick.
You can boil it down to Tucker Carlson doesn't like the fact that the green M&M isn't fuckable anymore. There's no fuckable M&Ms.
What if the green M&M came into your home to blow you, dude?
I'd honestly be more scared than anything.
Would you eat out a green M&M?
No, it's a fucking M&M, bro.
Yeah, but would you eat it out?
No, I would not. You want to see something funny though?
I'm scared. What is it?
To check topics.
You ever seen a girl build like a green M&M? Green, it's like, bitch, you built like a green M&M.
That would be the highest degree of violation that could ever exist.
It's like that dude, like that guy who walks up to like people and says, "Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10," right? and he wants to do some fat guy. And he's like, I'm about a 5. And then he's like, what would you think other people rate you as? Like probably about 5 as well. Then he walks up to like some weird looking girl, right? And like,
yeah, she's like a 10.
Yeah, she's like, oh, he a 1.
He won.
10.
And then I'm a 10. Confidence, confidence. The guy's like, okay. Then goes to another guy's like, hey, what would you rate this girl? Like, that looks like a fucking rat.
No, he's like, oh, that looks like a lizard.
Yeah, he's like, boy, that looks like a lizard.
That was the one. It doesn't even matter about the rain. The rain doesn't matter anymore. He just roasted the shit out of him.
Yeah.
The way he said it too.
He's like, boy, that looks like a motherfucking lizard.
He's like, oh, that looks like a fucking lizard. That was brutal.
Oh man, bro. Bless that girl, but bless her, but girl, you did not look good.
That's karma right there. That's karma.
Girl,
she rates a nice looking young man.
You rated yourself way too high. I don't know what you see in the mirror, but that's not what other fellas see. Oh, I got a headache from laughing that hard now.
Ugh, that looks like a fucking lizard. Oh man, that guy was hilarious.
um, so going down these topics here, Instagram models, man, what's that about?
I was just wondering. All right, so let me preface this: I'm strictly Instagram models, right? Not like people who have OnlyFans as well, even though a lot of them do.
Uh-huh.
I'm just wondering, like, what do you think these ladies are gonna be doing like in 25 years?
We probably would have made their fortune by then.
I don't know. I don't know how much money is there in Instagram modeling. You know,
I
you
mean,
could.
are you primarily talking about like, because Instagram models usually have a couple other things. They got OnlyFans. They got all these other methods of income.
Mhm.
So on top of just being like, on top of just getting money from and then also like they're at the end of the day too, they're models, right? So they get work outside of Instagram or the shit that they're posting on Instagram. That's their work, and they get paid for
I
that.
suppose I wonder how long is the model's career, anyways?
Oh, I don't know.
Like
It
ten
can it can
years?
it can really change. It can really change.
I don't know.
It depends on where you are in the world too. Like for example, oh my god, bro, Korea's modeling business is really odd to me because here in the United States, right, we've got plus size models,
Oh yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
and plus size models are like girls like they got a little bit of weight on them,
That's
right?
not just. Sometimes it's not just a little bit though. Sometimes it's about like
It sometimes it
nine
can be
hundred
like
pounds.
it can really range. It's a really wide range, right?
Sometimes it's like a
It,
plus size sexy woman, and then it's like a plus
yeah,
sized ogre
or it's like,
woman,
or
right?
yeah, I wouldn't say that, but sometimes it can be a girl who's big, but like it's a good kind of big, I suppose.
Yeah,
Um,
when it's not
or
shocking is when it's
or it's
okay.
like, or yeah, sure.
When it's not like you're
Whatever
gonna
helps you,
die, bro.
whatever helps you rationalize it, I guess.
You understand
Um,
what I mean?
or whatever helps you
When someone's
compartmentalize it.
like not like 400 pounds, you're like, whoa, whoa. It's like, I didn't even know people were built like this.
Or you got
When a girl can't walk up the steps without breathing heavily and sweating, it's a
that,
problem.
I get when walking upstairs. I'm sorry.
You gotta work out or something, man.
I know I need to do endurance stuff
If I
for
asked you to run
stamina.
for your life, how far could you run?
Oh, on adrenaline, probably pretty far.
How far?
But that's adrenaline.
Like 10 blocks? How many blocks?
How many blocks? I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know.
Go run right now. Go run real quick. I'll entertain.
Just run around the studio real
I'm just
quick.
saying that there's nothing wrong with being plus size, but when it's like shocking or like you're like, damn, all right, it's like, all right, I think this is a bit more than just overweight. This is like
Yeah.
obese,
Well,
dying, no arteries
that's beyond the
clogged.
point. That's beyond the point I was trying to make. What I was saying, I was comparing the two. So here in the United States, you got plus size models that, according to Milk, can be shocking, or they can be like, just women that have a little bit of weight on them.
No, I've seen some hot
But that's
plus size
but still look.
models.
Oh, for sure. But then but the weird thing is that again, when I tell you it like varies depending on where you are in the world, it really does, because women who in the United States we would consider like women who might have bigger butts or who might have bigger, like wider
Oh
waists, but
yeah,
that's just because they have wide hips. But
hot shit,
they,
hot girls.
or they got what we would consider a girl who is not overweight or who is not fat, right?
Hmm.
In Korea, they're fat
Oh,
apparently.
the Koreans are like, what is that? A fat
In
American
Korea,
pig?
they're considered fat as shit, bro. And I don't know why. I'm like, bro, as you would say, I'm like, bro, this is a fucking goddess. And
A
you guys are
goddess.
saying she's, yeah, as you say, a goddess. And you guys think she's fat?
But have you seen some of their models over there though? Like the fucking what are they called? What do they call those groups again? Idol groups.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're idols. Some of them are hot as fuck though.
Bro,
But
you want to see a plus size model from Korea, bro?
Korea also has like a lot of like facial surgery and stuff like plastic surgery.
It's also a weird cultural thing. It's also a real cultural thing, and how they're like, oh, if you're big, you're a glutton. But look at like, oh, if you're gonna look at the picture, look at her, bro. She's considered a plus size model over there.
No, that doesn't make any sense to me at all.
No, it doesn't. And they're like that's, and people are like that's gross. Some
This
people
is
will be
like
like that's
this
gross.
woman is like not even fat. This is like
No,
her average weight. This is like a
no,
regular weight.
no. That's what I'm saying. Like it depends on where you are in the world, but like people will be like, "Oh, that's fat and ugly." That is not
This chick's hot,
fat and
though.
ugly. That is gorgeous. What do you mean, bro?
She's a
You cannot.
goddess. She's a plus size goddess.
Exactly, bro. That's not plus
We
sized,
should
bro.
go to Korea, dude.
I'm so I'm so angry that women like her
Argus.
could struggle to find work in Korea because that's amazing.
Dude, we should move to Korea
We
because
should
all
move to
these poor
Korea.
girls are getting
We,
called fat and ugly.
we
And we'll
should
be the
move
only
to
good dudes
Korea.
like, nah, bitch, you
We,
beautiful.
we should move to Korea. Yeah, we should move to Korea.
And all these fat bitches in Korea will love us because we're the only ones that like we're the only ones that realize that they're actually not fat at all.
Yeah, man, we should move to Korea. Okay, one second, I gotta use the restroom.
And we should fight the North Koreans as well. But I was also wondering about like the Instagram models, like how they're like the dumb shit they do, right? Or one thing I hate that some not all the chicks do this, but like some chicks will like put like a white spot on their nose. And oh my god, it drives me up the fucking wall whenever I see it. It looks so bad. It looks like they have like some sort of like frostbite on the tip of their nose or something, man. And I'm like, god damn, bitch, get a coat on. Get a little hamster to lick off the frost off your nose, you know. And what also bothers me as well is like you see like these Instagram models that like do makeup, right? Like their whole thing is makeup. And sure, some of these women will be really good at like applying makeup and like doing like different styles, I guess. But sometimes you'll see like they'll do like something like a style or whatever. I don't know what else to call it. Just a style of makeup on their face that is arguably looks like shit, right? They have like the worst color combinations and weird fucking creepy looking composition on their face. Like it pisses me off because a lot of times like these women that are just like, you know, good at applying it but not good at actually doing the makeup, like not understanding the principles of what constitutes as looking good and looking bad. And maybe this is like a subtle thing that only I think of or something. But to me, like the difference between like an amateur artist or like an amateur makeup artist and someone that's actually good is someone that actually practices and critiques themselves and shit. And I feel like a lot of these makeup artists don't do that. They just kind of like do whatever they think looks good, and then it turns out like just like an amateur looking makeup look. And it doesn't matter how well it's applied, it still looks like shit because you use green right next to red. Or like you like used like I don't know what else looks terrible, like yellow and green. Nah, I guess yellow and green can look good sometimes. I don't know, some like conflicting color, like purple and orange or something, just something that looks bad. And it's like, why would you do this? Why would you hurt our eyes with this bad makeup look?
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking about like these women will like do like makeup looks that look like shit. And,
yeah.
And it doesn't matter how well applied it is. It's just that they're just amateurs. That's all I can say. That they just don't critique themselves or like look at other styles from like professionals. And they just feel like they're good at makeup because they know how to apply it properly. But their actual style is bad. Like I was talking about, like, you know, like seeing girls like put like they put like a white like smudge, like smudge on their nose.
Yeah.
And it looked
like I'm powdering my nose.
No,
like,
it's not powder. It's not powder. It's like it looks like a fucking like a white spot on their nose, and it's supposed to make it look shiny, right? But it looks so terrible. It looks
Those
like
are
it
good
looks like
looking.
frostbite. It looks bad. I hate it.
Oh, weird.
I see it a lot too, and these same girls will also do like that, but they'll also put like the red, super red blush on their face with like the freckles, like the fake freckles.
Hmm.
And I don't know who the fuck came up with this, but it looks terrible.
It's like makeup is one of those things, at least in my eyes. Like it's, or maybe some people think that that some people think that makeup is kind of like, it's gonna sound weird, but hear me out. Some people think that makeup is kind of like sex, and that like even bad makeup is still pretty good makeup. No,
No.
it's just not. It's not like that. You have to apply it well and apply it right for it to look good.
This.
That's why there's people who spend years mastering. It's an art form.
Yep.
It's one of the
Yep.
people spend years. People's entire careers are dedicated to doing people's makeup. And that could either mean for like
I guess I'm
practical
just saying
effects.
that there's a lot of like delusional makeup artists out there.
Yes, yeah.
Which is like happens to people that just do art, especially when they're like first starting. Like they're very delusional about how their art actually looks because
Hmm.
they just don't have that eye for like what is actually good art and what is actually bad art.
Hmm. And it's like one of those things too, where where some people will say a lot of time, they'll say something like, "Oh, you don't need to go to school to do X, Y, Z." Maybe not, but it's. I think with makeup, it's one of those things that either you need to go to school for, or you need to find a mentor to teach you.
I don't think so.
To teach you.
I don't think so. As long as you study hard and you look up to actual professionals, and maybe they do like little teachings online. You can do a lot of stuff through online, right? Like learn a bunch of shit.
True.
But you have to be like you have to be critique yourself. You can't just be like doing it and say like, yeah, I'm good at it. I'm good at it.
Yeah.
It's like no, you're an amateur still. You don't know what you're doing right and wrong. You be open to learning and fixing your shit, because sometimes I'll see like girls like do like makeup and they'll have like purple and fucking orange or something bad. Like arguably a terrible combination of colors, right?
Yeah.
Like these colors clash and it does not look good ever.
Hmm.
Like they'll do shit like that. And it's like, damn, this bitch is delusional. But yeah, that's one thing also that I hate seeing. It's just
Have friends that are willing to critique you.
yeah,
That's like always something good when you're trying to learn a new. Is having people who are going to be like, "Hey, I'm not trying to be mean, but this doesn't look good."
it's like when a band never practices, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're gonna be shit. It doesn't matter how much natural talent you have, you're gonna be shit compared to the guy that's actually practicing.
Hmm.
But like Matil,
For
right?
sure.
Matil practices all the time, and when I
Oh yeah.
first heard his song, I expected like something regular, right? Like something that like some like some new musician would try to do. But no, I was like, damn, you actually like took the time to actually make sure the recording was correct and not like muddy and fucked up. Like the so many times I've heard from like local bands like here in
Oh
California.
yeah. California and cities like wherever you live have a thing where it's like there's just so many bands, but the unfortunate reality of that is that sometimes those bands just aren't good.
A lot of them aren't good. Remember I talked to one guy who was like a guitarist, right? And he just straight up said that I don't practice. He's like, no, I don't practice ever. I don't
I'm
need
just
to.
talented.
Yeah, that's what he said. So I don't
Oh my
practice. I
God.
just have like a natural talent. And I told him, I was like, dude, you keep talking like that, you're gonna be shit forever.
That's just stupid. That's just
I'm
stupid.
like, you're never gonna get better if you think that way, because you'll never realize how bad you are and how good you can be. And yeah, I hate that shit.
the it's it is I dare I say it's delusional to think that like when it comes to skills like that, especially in the art forms, that natural talent just exists, or that there's some people that just like they're just talented or they're naturally talented. I've always hated that because I think it comes from a place of one, you might just be flat out stuck up,
Hmm.
but two, I'm like
You're afraid
I'm
that
like
they actually put in
they're
the
like
hard
oh
work.
I'm just talented. I'm right. I'm like, okay, but that doesn't make you any better than a person who will work their ass off to get to where you are.
Exactly,
You're not
dude.
special. You're not special because you know your way around this just or because it just seems to click with you. You're not special for that.
Pe-
People are gonna catch up to you eventually.
People like Borland will tell me that I'm good at drawing, right? And I'm like, no, Borland, I'm bad. I'm like, I know I'm not a very good artist, but like Borland, or one time he was telling me, he's like, nah, I don't want to draw because you just have natural talent. I was like, bitch, I don't have natural talent, you son of a
Mm.
bitch. When I first started drawing when I was like 14, oh my, I was terrible.
Uh-huh.
I could only draw a stick figure. That's how I used to draw. I only drew stick figures, and yeah, it's just about practice and saying never being satisfied with your own work. And
I
that's the
still can't
worst
draw.
thing you can
That's
do.
because I don't draw. Period.
No, yeah, you can learn how to draw. I'll teach
Hmm.
you.
Well, I
Here,
don't want
this
to
is
learn
how
how to
you
draw,
do
but anyone can learn.
an S. See that? And then this is how you do the cool S.
It's not one of those things. Um, if I just never liked the whole natural talent because, like I said, in one people who say it are generally stuck up, but also if you're constantly telling people how good you are and it's just because you're natural at it, what you tell people is that people that might not know any better are gonna start to think, oh, I could never be good at that because I'm not talented like them, and not that they could get to that level if they worked hard at it because
People who
you
work
know
hard will always be better than anybody with natural talent because natural
yeah
talent can only
because
carry you so far.
I I dare say natural talent if you, natural talent some people lack discipline, right? You have to have discipline to get good at something. So if you're quote unquote naturally talented, I say quote unquote because that's just not a thing. But yeah, eventually you're someone who works hard for it is probably just going to be better than someone who isn't
I mean, I've seen
or who
people
doesn't.
with like natural, like people who like never have drawn before, and they just sort of get it, right? Just
Hmm.
like earlier than most people would.
Yeah,
But like I said, like it runs out. Like it can only carry you so far. There's a point where
people are going
talent,
to catch up,
yeah, there's a point where talent just stops working for you, and you're gonna be shit.
and then you're going to have to work at it
Mm-hmm. You're
for
gonna
sure.
have to pull your pants down and show me your minge,
Hmm?
your boy minge. I mean, huh?
Mm. You didn't have to say all that.
What?
You,
What?
you didn't have to say all that.
What?
Well,
But yeah. I mean, growing up, I was always surrounded by like better artists, right? Because I would like seek out like artist communities,
hmm.
and for a long time I would be like on this one like art hangout on Google Hangouts. It was just filled with like all sorts of artists from all over the world, and it really
Yeah.
opened my eyes to just how good people can be
Well, you know the thing is, it's
and
important when you're
how
in
they
an environment.
practice and stuff, you know.
Hmm. It's important to know though when you're around people like that, it's it's important not to compare yourself. You
No,
know,
it's always important to compare yourself.
no, I don't mean it's not important to look at people's stuff and say I can be better. It's more that comparing yourself in a sense that you look at what people have, like you look at people who've been drawing for 10 years, and you're like, why am I not that good? That's what I'm saying. Like it's one thing to compare yourself and say I can be better. It's another thing to say can I be like that person?
I know what you mean. Yeah,
Because if
like
you're stuck
not letting
comparing
yourself
yourself to people
get
all the
bogged down
time,
from everybody else's success.
yeah, if you're caught up in comparing yourself to people all the time, you're never actually gonna see how good you have become because you're gonna be like, oh well, I'm not that level. Like, well, duh, you're not that level yet. But just
Well,
focus on what your
I
achievements
always
now.
that's always a struggle that you get when you're doing some sort of skill,
Hmm.
where you just like look at yourself and like, hey, this, especially when you like meet someone that's younger than you
Hmm.
and have been drawing for less time than you, and they're like so much better than you.
Yeah.
You're like, God damn, bro. But it's important to realize that it's not that you suck. It's just that they worked harder probably, which is true. I mean, I'm pretty lazy.
I mean, some people also just work and grow at different paces.
So yeah, sometimes they just like I said, that's what talent is. Is just understanding something faster than someone else.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't mean that.
But
It's mean that I'm just naturally that good.
it's like a
No, it's just again.
5% difference between someone. Like that person that's amazing at drawing still had to put in the work.
Yeah, everyone's got to put in work. That's what I said. There's no such thing as natural talent. Everyone's got to put in work.
And also, they paid money to me to learn how to draw. That's how they got good. By my class.
Yeah, by his class. I'm learning how to draw too.
What are you drawing?
By paying for Milk's class.
Yeah, I taught him how to draw the green M&M naked. And he was like, "This is fucking hot as hell."
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
He said, This is like better than anything I've ever done in my whole life," is what he said.
Nope, I did not say that.
He said that I'm never gonna orgasm again because this is just better than that. This is better than.
Why are you just saying these things?
That's what you said.
That's not what I said. Shut up.
Why do I have a recording of it?
You don't.
I put your voice in an AI.
Well, then now I know you don't have a. Now I know you don't have a fucking recording of it. You just said you'll just put my voice through AI.
I'm gonna cut that out though. They won't know it.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah. Anyways, chicks on Instagram suck.
What suck?
Chicks on Instagram suck.
Wow.
Boo! Get better, ladies.
He just hates women, guys. Don't.
Get better, ladies. You guys suck at makeup. Get real. Gay guys will always be better at you than with makeup.
Wow.
Whoa. I stand with the gays.
No, I think speaking of gay guys doing makeup, I had seen a video. This makeup artist. I think he was a makeup artist in the porn industry though. And basically this girl, this actor, she brings her boyfriend, right? And he's doing her makeup and he says like
you are ugly.
He's doing her makeup and he says like, "Oh my god, you look great, you look beautiful," right? And boyfriend's like, "Yo bro, don't do that." And he's like, "No, don't worry about it, I'm gay," right? So she's working, probably getting fucked. They're chilling and talking, the makeup artist who was the guy who's doing her makeup and her boyfriend. And her boyfriend asks, "So when did you know you were gay?" And he's like, I just always I liked dolls. I liked to dress it. Like he's like, I always liked dolls and stuff, Barbies, whatnot. He's like that doesn't make you gay. I mean, you just like dolls. So he's like, I always like playhouses. He's like, listen, he's like, that's not what makes you gay. I hear you, that's dope, but how did you know you were gay? And he's like, I just always like doing makeup, like that's one reason I'm doing it now. Like I just always loved doing makeup, so I was like, that must make me gay. And the boyfriend goes, that don't make you gay, that just makes you an artist. And he's like after he said that, I started questioning if I'm actually gay.
And then he started banging like 30 women a night, and he's like, damn, I'm not
then
gay.
He started then he pulled the boyfriend's pants down, started sucking his cock, and he was like,
is that the joke?
No.
Yeah, and then he zipped up the boyfriend's pants. He's like, all right, I'm done blowing you.
But no, I was like, that's pretty interesting. This guy would work as a joke. Gay. Yeah, it might be a pretty interesting joke. That's
like the whole premise is that this guy's questioning whether he's gay or not, and then you reveal at the end that he was actually blowing the boyfriend.
You know what?
You want to talk about why you thought that Borland's funnier than fucking Ben Shapiro?
Okay.
Has Ben Shapiro not brought you whimsy and love?
No, he's not. So with this new, the aforementioned Eminem thing, Ben Shapiro made a segment on the Daily Wire, and he
bombed.
Yeah, started bombing Palestinian people. So he was like, so Ben Shapiro was making a joke and he's like kind of giggling about it, but nobody found it funny, right? And not even the people like in the back, not even
That's
the
what
people
makes it
on the
funny.
show found it funny. And I was like, and that's why I said Borderline is more funny than Ben Shapiro,
No,
because Ben Shapiro has tried to make jokes like on multiple occasions and they just never hit. He's just terrible at
but
making jokes.
that's what makes him funny though.
Oh no, it was funny.
That makes him hilarious. Ben
What?
Shapiro bombing. That's his shtick. That's his terrible Jewish shtick. He's like the Jewish comedian that sucks ass.
The funniest thing about Ben Shapiro is when he tries to make like smart sounding points and completely falls on his face.
And it's
That's
also
what's
his
funny about him.
voice, Ben Shapiro's voice as well.
That's true. His
That's
voice,
funny.
the way he talks, man,
Whereas
and the
Borlon is
fact he can't,
just
and the fact that he can't make his
bad at
wife wet.
jokes.
Don't forget that part. He can't make his
He
wife
can't
wet.
make his wife wet.
Mhm.
That's
He doesn't believe in the clitoris.
You're talking about comedy gold right now. You're saying he's not funny. Come on now.
Nah.
Whereas Borlon just depresses you with his bad jokes. It's just like, oh, it's like, oh
I
man.
think he's had some pretty. I think he's had like a couple good moments.
No, he hasn't. You liar.
I'm not lying. I honestly think he's had moments.
Hell yeah, he has moments of autism. I don't know if that counts as a moment of joke comedy.
I don't know either.
Let's have Borlon on next time. He could do a whole hour of his set.
How much time we got left?
We got. How about you do some jokes, Argus?
Oh,
We
I
got
can't
10
make
minutes
jokes.
left.
Got 10 minutes, but
Make
we got a
that-
couple of
Make that 9 minutes.
we got a couple other topics we could talk about. Hogwarts Legacy, man. You like Harry Potter?
I fucking love Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, you excited for Hogwarts Legacy?
I am actually. I want to be.
It looks so good.
Fucking cool looking Chad, and I'm gonna bang all the chicks. Would that be cool if they had like the bang, like be able to bang chicks in that game, or do you think that would ruin it? Like in Persona or something.
You can bang chicks in Persona?
Oh yeah, you could bang the teacher and shit in Persona.
What the hell? You should have told me that. I would have bought Persona.
Persona 5, yes.
Why would I buy it now?
It's pretty good. I liked it. Very Japanese though.
Mm-hmm.
In case you'd hate that stuff, I know you hate Japanese people.
No. I don't like Japan.
I know you said that you hated Japanese and they should be bombed
Which
and burned.
apparently these days is like an unpopular thing to say that you don't like Japan.
I don't think so. Chinese people say it all the time. The Chinese say that every day.
I hear people going. Honestly, I hear people saying that a lot. Say like,
What?
I don't know, man.
The
We already
Chinese
talked
say-
about this. I'm just tired of people thinking Japan's as great as it is.
I
as
think
it isn't.
Japan's cool.
Japan's okay.
I know. I mean, every country has its problems, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at least in Japan, there's not like school shootings every month.
Fair point.
They got that
Fair
going
point.
for them.
Fair play. They do.
I've heard it's beautiful there.
Mm.
They got a lot of like interesting stuff in every city. Like every or county, I guess every county has like its own like thing, its own shtick that actually matters. Unlike California's like, oh, we're known for our oranges or some shit. Say nobody gives a fuck.
Oh, wait, you mean? Oh, you're talking about how like you mean the prefecture system?
Yeah. So like every prefecture has its own like thing, and it's
Yeah, it's
actually
known for its own thing.
matters. Like it's actually a part
got
of their
Tokyo-
culture.
I don't like Tokyo's a prefecture. Fucking, Tokyo's a prefecture. Kyoto's a prefecture. Shit like that.
I guess it's like states. I thought it was more like counties though. Because,
No, it's the city limit, but it's weird. I don't know why they call them prefectures. I have to look it up.
I don't know, but that's pretty cool. That there's like wherever you go, there's like something interesting about it. Because like in America, like you go to like one town, they're not really known for much. It's just the town, right? Like here in California, like my town is like known, quote unquote, for art.
Town's known for art.
Yeah, like they have like the art school and like the museum and shit.
What city do you live in?
I'm not gonna say that, but
Okay.
you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter all that much to people that visit here. They're like, this is just the ghetto. This town should be known for people dying, is what they say.
I got you. You won't tell me because you don't like black people. It's cool.
I'm not gonna tell you because I don't trust this fine-looking audience out here. These couple of killers. These
Well,
eight.
going forward,
These
we need
average.
a laugh track.
These average 8 viewers that have probably all killed people in the past.
I pray and cross my fingers that our viewership isn't like the people who got like who walk around with Dorito fingers.
I'm into it.
What?
I think it's cool to have a weird audience. Like if we had like a bunch of goth kids listening to us.
Goth girls, maybe.
Goth kids, goth men, goth kids, goth women, goth families. That'd be pretty badass. We could talk about Bauhaus together. We could tell Borland to watch Taxi Driver every day.
Yeah, man, because I've seen Taxi Driver, bro.
Yeah, Taxi Driver's sick. And then we could tell you to watch Breaking Bad.
I'm not watching Breaking Bad. It's overrated.
And then we could do like live shows, and we all dress up in drag. And then I'm the sexiest girl, and Marlon is the second sexiest girl.
I'm the DJ.
No, you're the dumb hoe in the back.
Oh, okay. You know, I'd love it if our, because you know Fox News, they love covering drag shows, because they just hate people that dress up. So, no, I think that'd be a great idea.
I think it's fun.
We do a drag show, and then we get on Fox News's like one of their segments where they talk about drag is taking over, and then we're the drag show. They'll make a whole segment about it.
Here and then that'll bring the fat guy known as Milk online, dressed up as a woman, but not just any woman, a woman that looks like a worm. He is dressed as a worm, folks. Is this really where America has ended up? Men dressing as women worms? Do your best impression of like a news anchor for Fox.
To all of our viewers on the other side of the screen, we don't hate gay people. We just don't want them to have rights.
You are terrible. You are so correct, Argus. I can't believe that you said exactly what is on everybody's mind.
What everyone else here on Fox News, the only legitimate news source in the United States of America. I'm trying my best to sound like Tucker Carlson, or at least enunciate myself the same way he does.
So for anybody wondering, if I hate gay people, I don't hate gay people, okay?
Okay, Ben. So,
but the thing is, when you dress as a woman worm,
if the sea level is going to rise by 10 feet every couple of years, wouldn't people just sell their houses and move When the clitoris is not real. The clitoris is not real. I do not, in any capacity whatsoever, think my sister's pregnant body is hot. I don't think my sister's hot at all. I did not make that tweet. Totally did not make that tweet.
I asked my sister to show her tits once, okay? And that's proof. That's somehow proof that I want to bang my sister. That's crazy. She has big blue veins. I wanted to see them. What's up with that? She has big blue veiny titties. Oh, Abigail Shapiro, please come on to the podcast.
Please.
And then she's like, and then I'll like, you know, you kind of suck at singing like an opera singer, right? I'm just saying you're not that good.
She just has big boobs and a big nose.
Oh yeah, the top qualities of a Jewish woman.
Yikes.
Well, you don't like Jewish people?
What's that?
You don't like Jewish people or something?
I am perfectly tolerant.
The schnoz is part of the Jewish culture.
Right? I think the schnoz, as you call it, is one of those negative stereotypes of.
It's not a stereotype. It's true.
Of Jewish culture.
Tell me how many Jews you've seen with big noses.
I'm sorry.
How many Jewish people have you seen with the big nose? Like 95% of them.
There are. I don't see. Here's the crazy thing about Jewish people, right? Is that the crazy thing about Jewish people is that most of the time, if you met a Jewish person, you probably met quite a couple of Jewish people in your life.
I know a lot.
But guess what?
Some of my
You
family is Jewish.
You probably just didn't know they were Jewish.
Some of my family is Jewish.
Like you can't really tell that somebody's Jewish.
My niece's father is Jewish.
They have a big
And
schnoz.
his schnoz is pretty big. His whole family has big schnozzes.
Has a big schnoz. Okay, I see how it.
Big schnozzes.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm not sure. I just don't think you like Jewish people, bro.
I love Jewish people. What are you talking about?
I love Jewish people. I love Jewish people.
I'm the only
love
guy
Jewish
watching
people.
Seinfeld here. This whole podcast. You guys don't watch Seinfeld, even though it's amazing.
What about that one American representative? I forgot his name.
Ben Shapiro?
No, God no. Ben Shapiro, knowing him, he's like the proper legislation stop black on black crime. It's just make it illegal to be black.
Oh, I just think that if you made the black person illegal and you threw him out of the country, and then there will be no black people and no more crime. Is what I'm saying.
No, not at all. Because if you do it like that, we achieve the prosperity and peace we are looking for, and it really is just the perfect, appropriate, and most consistent way to rid our country of this crime wave that is occurring.
Why is it that 15% of the population can do 100% of the crime? That's 100.
You'd literally say that. You'd literally say that.
Yeah. Ben Shapiro, if you want to come on to our podcast, you're welcome.
Oh, please, God, no.
We can talk about Minecraft and whether or not you love it actually in secret.
He would find out your buy and start interrogating you.
I can ask about your sister's nudes, whether or not they're real.
Oh, you have them on your phone?
And then your audience can become our audience because they love us more than you.
Why your phone is sticky?
Why my phone is sticky?
No, why Ben's phone's sticky?
Oh, it's because he's got it next to his honey pocket. Yeah, we can ask you about why you put honey in your pocket. There's jars for that, Ben. He puts honey in his pocket. Oh, that's stupid.
Why your wife can't get wet?
Yeah.
Why you can't make your wife wet?
You can ask for proof
Where the clitoris is?
That your wife's pussy is wet.
Where the clitoris is?
And you have pictures of your wife's clitoris. Anyways, that's all, folks. See ya.
Later.